Coming up on today's episode of Off the Field, LeBron James is officially headed to Philadelphia, and Donald Trump has weighed in with some controversial comments. 49ers head coach Kyle Shanahan is recovering after a scary car accident. Former Cowboys quarterback Tony Romo has found himself in a bit of legal trouble. We'll discuss the frightening home invasion involving Eagles star Saquon Barkley. Anthony Edwards is making headlines. Aaron Rodgers shares some positive family news and much more, including breaking news from today. I'm Vanessa. This is Off the Field and starts right now. What's going on, everybody? And welcome back to another episode of Off the Field, where we take you beyond the scoreboard and into the stories everyone's talking about off the field. If this is your first time here, welcome. Every 2 weeks, we break down the biggest headlines from around the sports world, from legal issues and relationship drama to business moves, social media buzz, and everything in between. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and join the conversation in the comments because we want to hear your thoughts on every story we discuss. And of course, I couldn't do today's show alone. Joining me, I have the CEO and founder of Off the Top Sports, also a DJ, always making the crowds dance, gives back to his community, and always highlighting the football, basketball, and track high school athletes in the surrounding New Jersey area. Let me bring him up. Y'all know him as Biggest Boss June. We got June Pierre in the building. What's up, June? We can't hear you.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Can y'all hear me now?
Yes, we
Got
can
you?
hear you
Okay.
now.
What's up? What's going on? What's going on? Nice introduction. Nice introduction. Thank you.
I try to make the guests feel welcome. I appreciate you joining us today to break down all the drama because there is so much going on. It always is, June.
Oh, yeah.
I be telling BJ, listen, I might have to change this to weekly because it be a lot happening. I thought the reality TV stars keep me busy. Nah.
There's always something going on in sports, and you just shouted out BJ. I'm gonna tell you a funny story with him, but today is BJ's birthday, so happy birthday
It
to my guy,
is.
BJ.
Happy birthday.
BJ, by the way. And we always do our show every Wednesday, right? He's like,
Mhm.
he always tell me to get my stuff in before Monday. Get my stuff in before Monday. I'm like, BJ, I can't get everything in before Monday because it's always something happening. It's always breaking news in sports. Like if I send you my stuff, then I'm gonna have to add more stuff to it. So it's
Yeah.
hard to send you stuff. He be wanting at the football games go off. He want his stuff at his table on Sunday, and I'm like, yo, you can't do this. So I feel what you're saying. You might have to
Yeah.
turn this to every week.
I'm telling you, for real. Same thing happened to me
Mhm.
today. We're going to talk about some breaking news that came across my desk today. I was like, damn, we got to add this stuff, but it's too late to
How many times you send me the topics? How many times you had to redo the topics?
twice. Twice. I sure did, but we got some breaking news. Actually, some scary news
Mhm.
today out of Kansas City. Kansas City Chiefs offensive coordinator Eric, his wife was shot and his son was arrested for the shooting. According to reports, authorities say that Mia, who is Eric's wife, was shot multiple times Sunday night at the family's home in Asburn, Virginia. Deputies responded to a report of a shooting and found Mia suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. She was transported to a hospital, is reportedly in stable condition.
Wow.
Um, Police arrested the couple's 27-year-old son, Elijah Zion. How you say their last name? Is it Benemy?
Benemy.
Benemy.
Eric Benemy, yeah.
He's been charged with malicious wounding, aggravated malicious wounding, use of a firearm in the commission of a felony, additional firearm related offenses. He is currently being held without bond while the investigation continues. So no motive as to why
Why?
he did this at all. And
Crazy.
Eric was absent from Chiefs training camp Monday because of the family emergency. The Chiefs head coach Andy Reese said the organization is supporting Eric and his family during this difficult time. Other coaches are handling Eric's responsibilities while he's away. Crazy.
Yeah. I seen that break this morning too, and I'm like, wow. That's crazy, man. And I didn't know the son had something to do with it. I just
I didn't at first either. Yeah.
I just saw the headline and it said his wife, right? Yeah, his wife
Mhm.
was shot, and that's all I saw. But now you breaking down the story, I'm like, whoa, like definitely, what was the motive around it? Like,
Yeah, I was like, is this a stepmom or what? This is his
yeah,
actual mom. I don't.
that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, more this is a developing story, but it was definitely shocking
Mhm.
to hear. So I wanted to just, prayers to Eric and Mia and their family.
So
And we'll get more information as the next episode. We'll see, was there a motive? What happened behind? I mean, what motive? How do you get a motive to do something like that? But insane.
yeah,
Other breaking news today too was Washington Commanders fire their tight end coach Ben Steele. You know Ben Steele?
Ben Still, that name sounds familiar. Like he played in the league before. Ben Still. I
Yeah,
might.
it says
Yeah, I think he played in the league before. I want to
it's
say for like the Patriots or somebody.
okay. I
Hmm.
don't know. I don't know too much about him, but it says the Commanders announced Monday they have parted ways with tight ends coach Ben Steele after his recent arrest. According to court records and police, Steele was arrested and damn, he was arrested in the same county that boy shot that girl. I mean, shot his mom.
Oh wow, what's
Boone
going
County,
on out there?
Virginia. Same county. That's crazy. It literally is the same county.
Yeah,
But
because Eric Bieniemy before. I'm trying to see where he was at. I want to say he was in Washington. So he was
let
in
me see.
Washington I want to say last year as a coordinator. It might be the year before that. So that's why he probably out in Virginia. But
Mhm.
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, so he was arrested in Virginia on suspicion of driving while intoxicated. Police reported he was observed making an improper driving maneuver, changing courses after a signal, which led to the traffic stop. The charges include a DWI, refusal to submit to a blood breath test, so he ain't want to take the test.
Oh yeah, you going down there. Especially in
And
the Commonwealth countries. So you going down.
yeah, it says obstructing and resisting an officer without force. So he was swerving him like he must using some of that old football field moves and put the brakes on him, giving him a
Hey,
hard time to arrest him. Yikes.
hey, we about to talk about a lot of coaches and a lot of football and some of your topics. And this is a bad timing for all this to be happening when
Yeah.
training camp is about to start. Like,
Yeah.
and this is one of them right there. Like you losing your job 1 week before training camp is about to start. It's crazy.
And where does that put the Commanders? It says they issued a statement saying we're parting ways with tight ends coach Ben Still. The team will have no further comment at this time. They didn't say who would be replacing him. I guess they got to figure that out. They just
It's a
fired him
tight
today.
end coach at the end of the day. You can
Not that,
plug
not
anybody
that
in there.
serious.
Yeah, they can plug anybody in there. Ain't like the offensive coordinator. Offensive coordinator is a bigger problem. You can plug anybody in there, show the Titans what to do.
Yeah.
So,
Well, as you mentioned, his dismissal comes right before training camp. It's ramping up. So,
yeah, the
yeah.
timing is crazy.
Well, in other breaking news, I was excited to share this with you. Let me bring it up because I saw that we getting some upgrades, June, to the New York Giants.
What?
So let's see if I can make it a little bigger for us. So
That's
yeah, the New York Giants announced that they are expanding their headquarters and their football operations facility with state-of-the-art performance and strict training environments. They're adding 93,000 square feet of new construction and 46,000 square feet of renovations. Um, it says here that they are expanding the locker room, spanning more than 6,000 square feet, featuring 100 full size lockers.
oh wow.
Yeah. Weight room, state of the art weight room with more than 11,000 square feet, including a nutrition bar and, and cardio mezzanine overlooking the indoor fields. We lit. We
Yeah.
lit.
Oh man.
Sports and medicine and recovery suite and advanced sports and medicine and rehabilitation space, tripling the current footprint. We lit.
Hey, so it took John Harbaugh to get here to get all this good stuff. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
So they announced it earlier today. It says swipe to see the facility renderings, and they have more information in the link in their bio on the NY Giants Instagram page. But yeah,
And when it's starting, when they starting, they ain't put no time.
they didn't have a date on it. It might be in the bio. Let me see if it's in the bio with the because they said they had some additional information there, but it didn't give a date. I'm sure it's gonna take time to build all of that and expand it out. Let's see if they have a date here.
Definitely gonna take time.
It says the project is expected to be completed in advance of the 2028 season.
Okay, so we're looking at 2 years from now.
Yeah, looks nice though.
It definitely do. About time. About time. You know, even though MetLife not that old, but I mean, definitely you could use an upgrade. You know, not the stadium wise, but well, it is because you say locker rooms too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's part of the stadium. So yeah.
Yeah. So I just wanted to know, like, is this why we are all the way in Virginia practicing? Like, why did we have to go all the way to Virginia to practice? Do you know?
No, they saw the field. It was the field. Remember they
Okay.
they was using the field for the World Cup. So the field it was grass field they was using, which a lot of people
want them to keep
online,
it.
they want the Giants to keep the grass field.
Yeah.
But but they got to redo the field and all that stuff. So it's gonna take a while for them to do that. So that's why they are practicing in Virginia right now, which I'm not a fan of because I was finally gonna go see a practice this year, but it sucks, man. I ain't going to Virginia to go see the practice now. They ain't giving me nothing. I know there's new people there, but they ain't the past couple of years, they ain't giving me nothing to travel all the way to Virginia to go watch a damn practice.
Maybe after this season, they'll give you something to look forward to. That's what I'm hoping.
Maybe. I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, that's all about breaking news. We can get into all the news over the past 2 weeks and top stories. We're going to start with, I know we've heard a lot about LeBron James. We're going to start with that. So, yeah, LeBron James is our first story after spending years with the Lakers. LeBron James is officially headed to Philadelphia. And it looks like, what day did he announce it, June? Because he got his own day in Philadelphia. They declared July 24th, LeBron James Day in Pennsylvania. Was it literally the same day?
It was Friday. Friday, he announced it. So, yeah, the 24th.
That has to be the fastest in history somebody gets a day declared after them. Crazy, he ain't even played yet.
Crazy.
Was he even there yet? He already got a day
now. How desperate the city of Philadelphia is right now.
Shots fired.
For basketball wise. Football, they've been doing good, but basketball wise. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the move also signals that the Lakers are fully transitioning into the era of Luka. Would you agree after acquiring him earlier in this offseason? Yeah.
It was going that route anyway. Like it's Luca team and the money that they gave him last summer, and you know, LeBron was pretty much letting him do his thing last year. So it was just with the injury that happened to Luca and Austin Reeves was in and out the lineup. LeBron at 40, I believe he's 41 years old now, about to enter
Yeah.
42, was doing a lot at that, doing a lot for the team. And that's why LeBron, I pretty much think he made this decision to go to Philadelphia, where he don't have to be that second. I think at this point in his career, he don't even want to be the second guy or third guy. So, yeah. So I think that's why he made the decision to go to Philadelphia.
And for the Philly fans, with LeBron joining Joel and Tyrese, does this, in your opinion, immediately make the Sixers one of the most talked about teams heading into next season?
Yeah, they got all this stuff going on. All these new toys over there, Jaylen Brown, LeBron James, and those guys. The attention. I didn't look at the odds. I haven't looked at the odds yet, but they definitely favorites up there now to be one of the teams to compete for the NBA Finals now. And this decision, like I said, going back to what I said with the decision with the LeBron, he's trying to win the championship. This is pretty much it. He's trying to win the championship. He's not, a lot of people was projecting Cleveland, where he started and looked like where he'll finish his career at, but he probably seen something there that he ain't like. And Philly, they were stacked with, when adding Jaylen Brown, they was favorites, but now they are really favorites with him on the team. So
yeah. I feel like your co-host to be the analyst feels differently.
Yeah, he was getting some
videos
heat.
over the
He was
weekend.
getting some heat over the weekend. I knew they was coming. Them Brown fans was coming at him. Because, oh man.
It should be a eventful off the top sports tomorrow.
Yeah. But with all this being said, right? Because I'm still celebrating. My championship. Hey, Sixers fans, Dennis, this go for you. You can have a LeBron James, rest in peace, Rick James. You can have Trinidad James. It's still Knicks and 5. Still Knicks and 5.
Now you pulled the head out.
It's still Knicks and 5.
Everybody always have props when they come on this show. I love it.
I'm just saying.
All right. Well, again, shots fired, D. You're going to have to answer to that. But LeBron wasn't the only person making headlines this week. Our president, Donald Trump, weighed in on the move and once again took aim at LeBron. Trump repeated that Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time. He even said that Michael Jordan is a fan of his, and I think he said they play golf together. Don't quote me on that, but I could have swore I saw that. But LeBron, he suggested that LeBron is possibly a racist. What was your thoughts on that? I said he should sue him.
Hey, when I first said it, I'm like, nah, this got to be AI. He ain't just say that.
Yes,
but then again, I'm like, look who we talking about. It's Donald Trump. So he really did say that, and that's crazy for him to say that about LeBron. LeBron is not a big fan of Donald Trump. It's been out there already. I believe they was like one of the first teams that started when they did win the championship in 2020, not to go to the White House. So I think that's what plays a lot into him not liking LeBron James and saying the comments that he had to say about LeBron James. So I'm like, man, it's not, and it's not shocking anymore what comes out that.
It's really not. It's really not. Yeah. And it ain't swaying nobody one way or the other.
Mm-hmm.
Philly was ecstatic to receive him on the team. I don't even think he's responded to it. I don't even think it's necessary to respond to it at this point. But good luck to LeBron. Not too much. Knicks and 5, right?
Knicks and 5 still. Told y'all, Knicks and 5.
Well, hopefully the football season goes well and you don't switch back over to basketball too soon,
I'm
but
telling you,
because you
Josh.
already warned me.
Yeah, you better act right, man. You better show me something the first 4 games. 4 games I'm giving.
All right. Well, we're going to move on to our next story. Kyle Shanahan recovering after a car accident. Yeah, 49ers head coach is recovering after being involved in a frightening car accident earlier this month. According to reports, the accident happened on July 14th in California. Authorities say Shannon was involved in a two-car collision. Thankfully, investigators determined that neither alcohol nor drugs played a role in the crash. I mean, if it did, we ain't gonna know nothing about it. And no citations were issued. But the injuries were significant. Shanahan suffered a concussion, a broken nose, fractured ribs, an injured hand, and required more than 40 stitches to his face.
Yikes.
Sheesh.
Sheesh.
Um, yeah, despite those injuries, the expectation is that he'll return before the start of the regular season. In the meantime, assistant head coach Chris Forster and the rest of the coaching staff are handling day-to-day responsibilities during training. Does this change the trajectory for the 49ers? Do you have faith in Chris Forster?
Look, it's something about that Kyle Shanahan tree, the tree. Like whoever's under that tree, they gonna get them right going, man. So I like you said, I he'll be back before training camp. So but like I said, the timing of all of this. Back to what I was saying earlier, the timing. When the training camp going on and stuff like that.
Oh,
It's
will
just
he be back before training camp? Because it just said that he would return before the regular season. Do you think he'll be back?
uh yeah, he'll be back. He'll definitely be back for sure. So and I don't know if Kyle Shanahan is one of the best offensive gurus in football. So
Mhm.
it's important for him to be there. But like you said, he should be back before the first game. So
They're not doing I don't know if he's gonna be there during training camp. That's a
training
lot of
camp, yeah.
recovering he has to
Lottery,
do.
yeah. Yeah. And Vanessa, when you just saying that, I think he had gotten into like I know he had to deal with some injury like a couple of years ago.
Mhm.
I want to look it up. It was some injury to the face or something that he got hit or something like that. So like it's just like some with this, he just run into accidents and stuff like that. So I believe it was like 2 years ago he had an injury he was dealing with, and I believe it was before the season too. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely look that up and see. But I think a couple of years ago he was dealing with an injury
Do
before.
coaches have the same thing in their contracts as players where they like, how players they don't want them on motorcycles and stuff like that? Do they do that to the coaches too?
I believe so. I believe so. It's definitely probably something in the contract that and tells the coaches not to get into stuff like that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I heard that Chris Forrester got fired from the Miami Dolphins because he was sniffing white lines. Is that true? That's why I was like, you really have faith in Chris Forrester? But I heard he got fired, allegedly in these streets. But
Sure.
is it
You
alleged?
get
'Cause
the
I saw
scoop.
pictures. I saw pictures of him sniffing white lines, June, and they say that's why he lost his job over there at the Miami Dolphins.
All right,
I'm
right.
telling
Let's
you.
hold on. Then why these guys keep getting jobs? Like that's the point I
That's
don't
the same
get.
thing I said.
Like why they keep getting jobs? I know you could rehab and do all this and do that, but why these guys continue getting jobs? I don't get it. I don't get it.
That's what I saw. I even saw because some fans are thinking that he's not the guy from them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, Chris Forrester, he resigned. So let me correct that. It says Chris Forrester resigned from the Miami Dolphins on October 9th of 2017 rather than being fired after a leaked video showed him snorting a white powder. I told you.
And this is the guy they're gonna leave in charge.
Maybe he's a changed man. That was in 2017. He looks
That's rough
much
for Miami.
older now, but yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, I'm looking at his picture now. Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't know if he's still doing it, but
Wow.
spill some tea, y'all, because
Yeah.
that's why I was like, for real, you think he gonna do a good job?
Wow.
June is speechless.
I am like these are guys that continue getting job. Like how he still have a job? I know.
Because if that was me and you, we never work again.
Again, never work again.
It could just be speculation. They ain't even got to see a video, and we will
Right.
never work again. And they got video of this man.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
So with that said, we will see if this changes and how it shapes the 49ers coming in the upcoming season.
Hey, look, man, we wish Kyle Shanahan healthy, speedy recovery, because the San Francisco 49ers are always one of the favorites in the NFC. So definitely hope they can get their coach back before their first game. Just see if they can make another run at that NFC West division.
Yeah, Zay, hold your head up.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling sorry for. First person I think about is Zay, the 49ers.
Well, staying in football, but shifting from an unfortunate accident to legal trouble, Tony Romo was arrested for alleged OWI. The former Dallas Cowboys quarterback and current CBS analyst Tony Romo is making headlines after being arrested in Wisconsin on suspicion of operating while intoxicated. According to police officers, they observed behavior that led them to conduct a field sobriety test before taking Romo into custody. He was later released and scheduled to appear in court in September. Now, for anyone wondering what happens next, because this is reportedly being treated as a first offense OWI in Wisconsin, he's generally facing a civil offense, not a felony. If he's convicted, penalties typically include fines, a possible alcohol assessment, and potential driver license consequences. But he ain't going to jail for this. You think he's gonna lose his job? Of course not. We just seen a man snorting coke, and
He ain't lose his job. And this is Tony Romo. Why this is not top headline news on my phone right now? Like, let it be anybody else, it'll be top headline news. But I guess because it's Tony Romo, he's one of the faces of the league when we talk about analysts that's calling the game. Definitely one of the best calling football games on Sundays for sure for CBS. They're gonna brush this under the table. That's what it's looking like right now, because this is not. You said this happened when? Saturday? This past
weekend? Yeah, this past weekend.
Weekend, right?
Yeah.
When you tell me this, I just started laughing at the picture. Right?
Yeah, that's his mugshot. That's literally his mugshot. He don't even look worried that he gonna lose. Right.
Come on. Now CBS about to come pick me up. They about to come bail me out. Like, they need me. So it's just but we just seen the same situation happen with I don't know if you remember Mark Sanchez. He was with Fox, and he got into a little altercation, I believe with like some guy in the streets. I believe it was for the NFC Championship game? It was one of those games. It was during the playoffs though. Mm-hmm. But he lost his job. So, but like I say, he's not Tony Romo.
He's not.
He was more like, he was not that one of the head guys for Fox, which is Brady. But I don't know. This is something we definitely got to follow and see how CBS is going to handle this with Tony Romo, because he, like I just mentioned, him and Jim Nantz are the face of CBS, and you can't be doing things like this.
Yeah. Neither Romo nor CBS has issued a detailed public statement regarding the arrest yet. So, like you said, we'll keep you guys posted and see. But as of right now, he still got a job and he a free man. So
everybody was outside this weekend, man.
It sure was. What was going on this weekend? Especially in Wisconsin or wherever he was, right? What is going on in Wisconsin? In Milwaukee?
Ain't nothing going on in Milwaukee.
With some drinking, that's what be happening.
That's the capital of beer. They say that's the beer capital. So I don't know. He might had a lot of beers. Way too many.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, from one former NFL star facing legal headlines to a current NFL superstar whose family experienced something much more frightening, we'll get into Saquon Barkley. Um, Home invasion. The Eagles running back Saquon Barkley and his family are counting their blessings after a terrifying home invasion at their Pennsylvania residence. According to police, the incident happened around 5 o'clock in the morning. Authorities say at least one suspect entered the home before fleeing the scene. Saquon and his longtime partner Anna and their children were all inside the home at the time. Thankfully, no one was injured. Investigators believe little, if anything, was taken, but police continue searching for suspects connected to a white SUV seen leaving the area. Saquon later shared that his family was understandably shaken by the experience and plans to increase security moving forward. Mm. I don't know. I don't know if this is an isolated incident. We've seen in the past year some high profile athletes, including Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelsey, Joe Burrow, Luca, um, and even WNBA star Sabrina become
Yes.
targets of burglaries or attempted break ins. Is this becoming a troubling trend, June? What do you think?
Yeah. When I first heard the news, first thing I could think of is years ago, and rest in peace, Sean Taylor. What happened with him when them guys broke into his house, and that's how we lost Sean Taylor because they killed him and stuff like that. So, and you said, and the report said that the family, Saquon and his family, was in it. I
They
believe he
were
had,
home.
yeah, I believe he had two kids, or daughter,
Yeah.
yeah, two kids. So it's just like, wow, man, and it's scary, man. And you just named the list of names. And these are just the list of people that House has been bringing in the past year.
Mhm.
So it's just like it is becoming a trend, and it's just like, wow, uh, you know, these athletes might have to tighten up on their security, man.
Mhm.
Be careful with who you bring around too. Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
Your house too, because uh that might play into it. It's just a lot, but I'm just happy that everybody was safe.
Yeah.
Like you said, this is one of the main one of the faces of the league. Let's keep it real, Saquon Barkley. So uh yeah, that was scary when I did see that news. Um
Yeah.
'Cause
It seems like authorities are investigating if this is like a ring of people doing it and targeting athletes and stuff
yeah.
like that. They're starting to think that it's connected in that way.
Hmm.
I think so too. And also, it was just scary because normally in some of them, they kind of wait till they're away or they're playing football
Hmm.
and they go. And for this one to be like off season,
Yeah.
his whole family at home is wild. I must make a joke because the first thing that came to my mind, if he had stayed his ass in Jersey, we wouldn't have did that to him. That was what I was thinking, but I'm glad his
Man.
family is okay.
Yeah. That's why people, I don't know, people just be like out, like they don't. Well, some people do live in the state that they play in, but some people will move, like go to the next state and stuff like that just to be away,
Mhm.
because people are crazy, man. We got crazy people out here, and
Yeah.
that person ain't game. Well, whoever was trying to break in there, then game plan right. So family was there. You do
Yeah.
the burglaries when they not there, but like I said, I'm just happy that everybody was safe, man, and they just need to tighten up, like you said, tighten up on some security.
Yeah, and you need honestly, it feels like you need security year round, not only during the season. I know that that comes with a hefty price tag. Some
Right,
people were even saying like the NFL needs to invest in security for the players and stuff too. I don't know if they're going to pay for personal security and if they're not around the stadium or traveling to a game, but I guess they got to build that into the contract, money for security because it's
right.
crazy.
Hmm.
All right. If you were a professional athlete, would you invest in private security year round? Yeah.
Oh yeah. I probably would. I probably would. I would definitely would because, like I said, people are crazy. They'll try to get to you and like try to get to you in the craziest way. So I probably would for sure.
Yeah. You gonna need security soon. Stuff you
Well,
be saying on your show. They
uh,
gonna be looking for you.
look, listen, man. It is what it is, man. Look, I'm gonna just keep popping my, and all summer. We still got a month to go. It's all
Yeah.
summer, all summer.
Well, listen, speaking Nixon 5, I
Hmm.
don't know this young man too much, Jordan Clarkson. Do you have a crash out on your team? What's
Nah,
going on here?
I don't know what happened here. John Clarkson, he not a crash out, but he ain't gonna let nobody disrespect him. For
Okay.
sure. For I know him before his days playing. This was his first year playing with us, but his days in Utah, and LA, he's not one of them guys. He'll get in your face. So, the Travis Scott, I did hear a little about this. But he was at Travis. This was at Travis Scott party, right?
It wasn't Travis Scott party. They were all partying at this exclusive membership only club in New York called Zero Bond during the Fanatics weekend, or was it
Okay.
FIFA Cup weekend? They
Yeah.
were out there. Authorities say Travis Scott became upset after someone inside the club began recording him without permission. Reports say Travis confronted that individual, and during the commotion, members of his entourage allegedly began throwing bottles. It says Jordan, who happened to be at the club, reportedly stepped in and attempted to calm the situation down. It wasn't looking like he was involved in the fight. Some people were saying that Travis and Jordan were actually in a feud with each other. That's not the case, according to
Oh,
reports.
okay.
It says eventually, though, security escorted both Travis and Jordan out of the venue. So that's the important thing to know. Maybe he ain't a crash out.
Yeah, but
Uh,
why they him my man up, man? Like they got my man on him up, man.
yeah.
Like what the heck?
Yeah, there were no arrests, no injuries, and no criminal charges filed. So just clearing up the headlines for y'all so y'all know. Because I first saw it, I said, "Oh, June," because he looked like a crash out. I
Nah,
could be
nah, nah,
stereotyping
nah.
with all of the dreads and the jury and all of that, but I said it seemed like in this case he was trying to do the right thing and break
The
it up.
Filipino ain't no crash out, man. He ain't no crash out, man. Uh, he like I said, he one of the dudes that ain't gonna let nobody disrespect him, but uh, yeah, he ain't no crash out. But he just been partying too hard. He just got a contract, just signed a contract a couple of weeks ago, so.
How much was this contract for?
It wasn't that much. It wasn't that much. We just kept him for like 2 more years. I believe it was
Okay.
like around the 8 to 10 million per year, so 20. So it wasn't that much. It ain't that the guy that's gonna expect big contract. So he's come off the bench. So he one of our bench guys that played a big role what we did this year. So
Okay.
it was the 6 man NBA 6 man of the year before too with Utah. So
Yeah.
he's not no slouch. He ain't no. So that's why his name when you're Jordan Clarkson, it's like oh. So.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And now I agree. He has been out a lot. And now everybody, like, it feels like the media is following him
Mhm.
and trying to see, is he gonna act out again? Is something else gonna happen? So it might be time for him to chill.
He been outside. I'm telling you, been outside. Like even like he one of the ones that ain't stopped partying yet, for sure.
Yeah, he gonna have to calm it down though. For because that's all it takes. Somebody looking for a payday, looking to sue somebody, and there you go, you in some nonsense. So.
Yep. Yep.
Speaking of athletes making headlines off the court, our next story has everyone talking because the numbers surprised a lot of people. So, Anthony Edwards, he had a lot going on. He always got a lot going on. So, yes, he got married to his girlfriend for more than 6 years, but also, the Minnesota Timberwolves superstar is making headlines after a judge ordered him to pay approximately $3,222 per month and child support to Aisha Howard. The ruling came out on social media exploded because many people couldn't understand how someone making over 200 million could have a child support payment that low. I keep trying to tell y'all, like, we're not in the 80s and the 90s where you are some rich athlete and then women just get pregnant by you and then get to take advantage of you. Like, the court
Mhm.
system really protects men, especially rich men these days. It don't just work like that no more.
Because everybody felt like it was the court always on the woman's side. When
Not
I hear
anymore.
these stories, custody stories and all that stuff, like I always hear they're like the stories always when the guys always tell me they said just go in there is 2 against 1 basically. But
What guy's telling you that?
these like you said, it was guys that used to deal with this in the 90s and 80s.
Yeah. Yeah.
So but you might have some behind that is now more on the fella side nowadays.
Yeah, I will say just, I talked about it in length about Dak Prescott and
Mhm.
his child's mother and everybody thinking that she didn't want to marry him over money. Texas, Texas is definitely a state that protects rich men. Georgia is another state. Are you getting where I'm going with this? That protects rich men, but it definitely you have to prove a lot nowadays. It's not like you can just say, "Oh, I want them to go to private school. I want to have a nanny." They want to know, "Okay, well, what you need a nanny for? Are you working? Are
Mhm.
you in school?" The men can even set up now where they can pay the private school directly. They don't have to hand you money anymore. They can put that in place where they pay those people and you don't get to see that money and make up numbers anymore. It's a different day for sure.
That's why we be seeing some of these baby mamas been crashing out lately.
Mhm.
PJ Washington, I believe it was a couple months ago, and
Mhm.
I forgot who he go with again.
Brittany Renner.
Rennie Renner. We seen that video of them going back and forth just a couple of weeks ago. We was talking about Geno Smith and his I don't know if it's ex-girlfriend or baby mother. And
And she wasn't even the child's mother.
mother, yeah, is she we ain't gonna get started with that. But we just lately we just been seeing the ladies crashing out more, and I guess, you know,
Yeah.
a little bit plays into that the guys know that they're gonna win out in court, especially the athletes.
Yeah. It's better off for you to, if you're going to be with an athlete and make your own name and do your whole social media influencer and get your money that way, but just
Yeah.
depending on getting child support or alimony, the men are smart. You can move your money into your children's name. You can put your houses in their name and you can say, I don't got that money. It's in their name. They're smart. So yeah. And first of all, $3,200 a month ain't bad. I'd take it immediately. That
Yo,
ain't bad at
I
all.
remember a soccer player, was dealing with a divorce with his ex-wife, and she was trying to like get him for his money, and all the money was in his mom. I think he switched like the money in his mom's name. She couldn't get nothing. I remember I reported that on Sports Resolution. This was like 2 years ago, 2 years ago. But it's just like, yo, like you said, these guys are getting smart with their money.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Yeah. I think people were also interested in this because you talked about this on Sports and Relationship, but like early 2024, Aisha Howard announced she was pregnant. Later that year, their daughter Aubrey was born. Court filings later gained national attention after alleged text messages surfaced in which Edwards appeared to encourage Howard to have an abortion. Those alleged messages became one of the biggest talking points in the case. Since then, Howard has been she's been awarded temporary sole custody.
mm,
Edwards reportedly paid voluntarily, y'all. He paid roughly $110,000 before the court entered this latest order. So let's make sure we make that clear too. He was already giving money voluntarily. He had
yeah.
gave up to $110,000 and
Yeah.
now he's on child support.
Mhm.
And now in this development, just days before the child support ruling, Anthony married his longtime girlfriend, Shannon Jackson. That marriage also became a huge topic online because throughout their relationship, Edwards fathered multiple children with multiple women before the two officially tied the knot. So I know we're gonna get into this on sports versus relationship tomorrow. But yeah, that's what we got going on there.
That boy Ed man been talk about being outside, boy. Woo! She's a lawyer one though. For her to like you say, we'll talk about it. She's a lawyer one. Woo!
Yeah. Real loyal. I could I couldn't do it, but hey, to each their own. I ain't judging. We
Yeah,
gonna get into that on sports and relationships. So make sure y'all tune in tomorrow, Off the Top Sports.
right,
It will be
right.
live 6 p.m., 8 p.m. on A
Hmm.
Squad Rebel Radio, Off the
Yes,
Top
yes.
Sports on YouTube. Where else at? TikTok, Twitch, everywhere,
Kick
Facebook,
Rumble.
everywhere.
We on Roku TV now. Roku TV, so we everywhere.
Everywhere.
Uh-huh.
Let's move into our next story. We have some positive news. Then we're gonna
Mhm.
go right back into all the negativity. But we have positive news with Aaron Rodgers reuniting with his family. After more than a decade of public estrangement, Rodgers has reunited with members of his family. For years, fans have always followed the very public rift between Rodgers and his parents and siblings. The situation became national news back in 2016 when Aaron's younger brother, Jordan Rodgers, appeared on The Bachelorette and revealed that Aaron had little to no contact with the family. Although there have been years of speculation about what caused the fallout,
Mhm.
Aaron has previously pointed to long-standing family issues, differences in beliefs, and his desire to establish personal boundaries. But this past week, Aaron shared photos showing him reunited with his family, his father, Ed Rogers, his mother, Darla, his older brother, Luke, and Luke's family. He simply captioned the post, "Another bonding week, hashtag fam." One person noticeably absent from the photos was his younger brother, Jordan. However, fans noticed Jordan reportedly liked Aaron's post, leading many to wonder if the relationship may also be improving. So, you think this gonna is he playing for the Steelers?
He playing this year.
He
He
did
coming
come
back.
back. I
He
thought I
did
saw
come
that.
back. He did come back. You see, Aaron Rodgers one of the top quarterbacks. We'll go down in history as one of the top quarterbacks when you look at number wise uh, in the NFL. And when you get that star, like, because he definitely was one of the faces in the league when he was making his run, and after MVPs, winning MVPs after MVP. And I don't know that sometimes when people get that star attention, some people lose sight
He's
of
an a-hole.
he is lose sight of their family, friends, and stuff like that. You know, so, and he was one of them guys that they ain't. He was not a good locker room guy. So
Yeah.
if he's not a good locker room guy, it definitely trickled down. Probably most likely to his family too. So it was just like, I know a lot of former his teammates came out and talked about him. If you look it up, Greg Jennings, one of his best receivers that he played with, Dan had a lot of good things to say about Aaron Rodgers. You know,
Yeah.
but you do have some people that say he's a great teammate. So, but yeah, man, happy to see that, man. You need family. I
Yeah.
don't care. I don't care what you're going through.
Totally
What
agree.
type, what part of your life you're in right now. You need family. You always need family, and I'm happy that he, reconcile things with his family. With his dad and his mom, because how they say it, life ain't too long. It's just
Yeah, life is short,
life is short. That's what I was trying to say. Life
Yeah.
ain't short. Never know when that day will come. So,
Yeah.
and so, yeah, I'm happy that he, you know, got things right with his family, and yeah, hopefully, he might have a better season. Pittsburgh.
Yeah. You
You know,
might see his family in the stands rooting him on. He might play. Now, I personally
mhm.
think he should be at home with his family and
Yeah,
retire, but that's
yeah.
just me.
Go to serve. Go to serve.
Yeah, but good to see him and smiling for once. We
Yeah.
we rarely see him smile, so to see him smiling with his family, especially with his parents, you only get
Mm.
one mother, you only get one dad. So
Right.
hopefully they keep on the good track. Now, while Aaron Rodgers' story is about repairing family relationships, our next story involves another former NFL star whose family situation has landed him in legal trouble, and that is Levon, is it Levon Bell?
Le'Veon.
Le'Veon Bell.
Oh yeah.
So he's a Steeler though. Former
Yeah.
Steelers running back Le'Veon Bell was arrested in Ohio on a Michigan warrant connected to unpaid child support. According to authorities, Bell was attending an autograph signing when officers took him into custody. The warrant reportedly involves more than $50,000 in alleged unpaid child support. Um, I also saw that he took to Twitter after his arrest and said F child support. I said, Lord have mercy.
Like that's gonna help. It's gonna help you, bro. Like, yo, that man
Right.
he never recovered from that 1 year he sat out uh for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Like his career has gone downhill. Now he's a celebrity boxer and all that stuff. It's just like he never recovered from that.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of people when they see players like sitting out and stuff like that, like it's just like, yo, you better hope you're making the right decision. And because we have seen players that have bounced back from that. The 49ers dealing with a situation with Brandon Ayuk sitting out, and he looked like he
lost it.
has lost it. So this is the same situation right here with Le'Veon Bell, who he sat out that 1 year. Then I believe he went to the Jets after that, and they have good years, and they didn't have that many good years with the Jets. And after that, he was just out of the league. So, yeah, man. You say $50,000?
Yeah, it says he has more than 50,000 in alleged unpaid child support. Now, what his attorney is saying is that this isn't a case of someone refusing to support their child. Instead, he argues that Bell's child support order was calculated based on the Bell's NFL salary and later his boxing income. But these are incomes he no longer earns. So his attorney says Bell recently cashed out part of his NFL pension and used 50,000 toward child support. So the legal argument now centers on whether Bell's support obligations should be recalculated to reflect his current financial situation. So he ain't making the same money.
Wow.
So that happens, and that's what I was saying. Like, even with child, people recalculated. They be saying, "Oh, I don't have that deal. I'm not on that team anymore." Recalculated. So I just don't understand why he couldn't do that before it got to this point in him getting arrested. That's what doesn't make sense to me.
You was out the league and nobody was picking you up anymore. So
yeah,
I don't know why.
You gotta be smart with your money, man. You gotta be smart with your money and stop having. I don't know how many kids he have, but I think athletes have to think about that, like a Anthony Howard, Tyreek Hill, who we'll get to his story next. But when you're having 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 children, after your career is over, you still have to take care of these children. I don't get it.
Hey Vanessa, these athletes ain't thinking about that when they're in that big. They ain't thinking about all that, man. Look, listen,
Sadly not, but they need to be.
They're not.
Learn from your fellow peers' mistakes, okay? Because this is where it gets you with a mug shot. You getting arrested outside of your autograph signing. Like, why do we want to do that?
He might probably missed out on a lot of money that he could have made to pay some of that damn child support. Right.
Or whatever he made is gonna go to that child support. Right. We'll see if he get it recalculated, and we'll keep covering it and give you guys updates. So we talked really quickly about Tyreek Hill. He's next up. Tyreek Hill is back in court, and this time he's asking a judge to order his mother-in-law to turn over private text messages and other communications. This all stems from Hill's ongoing divorce from his ex-wife Keita, or estranged wife Keita. As many of you remember, the marriage publicly unraveled after police responded to the couple's South Florida home during a domestic dispute earlier this year. No criminal charges was filed, but Keita filed for divorce shortly after. Now Tyreek's mother-in-law became an important witness because she was present during that incident that and she was the one that made the 911 call. So according to new court filings, Hill wants access to text messages, phone records, and other communications that he believes are relevant to the divorce. However, earlier this year, his mother-in-law suffered a stroke, and Hill agreed to give her additional time before producing those records. Now, Hill's attorney argues time has passed, and they're asking the court to require her to comply with the earlier discovery order.
Mm. There's a lot going on, right?
Yeah, it's a lot going on with them. From the domestic dispute and the security footage that came out, the pictures of him over the balcony with the baby. They were saying he was like threatening to throw the baby over, allegedly. A lot going on. And it's crazy because they were together for a long time. They broke up and then he like spent the block and married her immediately. She got pregnant and then here we are. And he's another one with a bunch of kids.
Yeah, and with all that being said, he's dealing with an injury right now too. That a bad injury he received last year, and he's trying to come back. And then
He's a free agent, right? Yeah.
he is a free agent. Yes, he is a free
I
agent.
don't see nobody picking him up.
Nah, with
I
all
don't.
this going on, and he just came out last week saying he don't have no power right now on his leg. So,
Wow.
and he was one of the, if you follow Tyreek Hill the past couple of years,
Mhm.
one of the fastest guy in football. So he's not nicknamed the cheetah for no reason. Like so, yeah, we're dealing with all this right now. Here's another one, man. I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't like quitting on people, but with all
He got a
this.
lot going on. He got a lot of legal issues, injuries. Like I know you don't like to count them out, and that's noble of you. But let's be for real. And then just the money for all of these legal issues. I on one of my previous episodes of Off the Field, I was talking about how he had another lawsuit from some Instagram model where he injured her. She said he injured her leg or something like that because he was using her as a practice dummy. And he ended up settling that. Like they had one day of trial and he ended up settling out of court. So of course she got an undisclosed amount of money for settling, but he got a lot going on.
Tyreek Hill. Really? All
Use
that
the
money
girl.
you making, you can't buy a practice dummy to
Use the
practice with.
girl for a
You want
practice
to use
dummy.
a human being for a practice dummy.
Oh, big booty white girl too.
You know what? I don't feel sorry for his ass.
Exactly.
You deserve all those coming your way.
So
Like really?
yeah, that one kind of went away quickly because like I said, he settled out of court with that. But yeah.
When they settling, it happened. Like
Yeah.
it was like it happened.
Yeah, I don't know what he's expecting to get out of her messages or anything like that. I think it's just going to comply with the story. I don't even think that these messages are going to help him in any way, but that's what he wants to do. And you can't come out of that not looking like an asshole when you're asking someone that just had a stroke. You're saying like, all right, enough time's passed. Give me your records. Like, there's no way around
Think
that.
she still got the messages on her phone?
I think they in the cloud. I think they definitely might be in the cloud. So I just don't know what it is that he thinks these messages are going to reveal. I don't know. But they were on Wags. When Wags came on Netflix that one season. His Keto was on there. She was a cast member and he was on the show too. So that was before then all of this happened and they didn't get renewed for another season. So
Wow.
yeah, but we'll continue to keep you guys posted if she most likely has to turn him in because it was already ordered. So we'll
Yeah.
see what that reveals and if that helps him in his divorce in any way.
Mm.
Anyway, he still got to pay Keita out the wazoo because Florida is a state that doesn't really protect the rich men like that. So places you don't want to get yourself in trouble with a divorce or child support is Florida and California.
Wow.
Just know that. Live somewhere else, please. All right, we're gonna take a deep dive into Stefon Diggs because Lord have mercy, he's another one that just can't stay out of the news. Um, Yeah, we're talking about the wide receiver. As a reminder, Diggs is facing a civil lawsuit filed by this guy in the picture, Christopher Blake Griffith, who alleges that Diggs drugged him, sexually assaulted him, and later assaulted and robbed him. Look at your face. Diggs has denied all allegations and has filed a countersuit for defamation, maintaining that the claims against him are false. So there's been a lot to this case, June. I don't know if you've been following it. Christopher saying that he was Stefon's trainer or something like that, or that's what they were alleging. He says that the assault took place at Stefon's home. He's asked for Stefon to turn in security footage through the court that he believes will support his case. He also, what else? He also asked for Stefon Diggs' financial records because Stefon is claiming that these allegations has hurt his career and his money making. So a lot going on there. But in these new developments in the last 2 weeks, according to court filings and recent interviews, Griffith says he has turned over more than 100 pages of text messages, direct messages, and other communication that he believes support his version of the events and demonstrate the nature of their relationship. Now, did you see some of these text messages online? I don't know what to think of it.
No, I really didn't look into this text messages at all. Like,
I'm gonna read it to you. Let me pull him up real quick because I mean, he says he turned in over 100 pages. Like some people say that could have been he could have turned in large font. It could have been large font, but he turned in these text messages, and I'm trying to scroll back to it because it came out a minute ago. But I don't know. It just wasn't giving that to me. So the text message said, Stefon said, laugh out loud. Come on, get your ass bust. And Christopher responded saying, laugh out loud. I commend your confidence, champ. And Stefon Diggs responded saying, sick of you. Now, I don't know what that means. That could mean come play a video game.
video game. I'm hoping. I'm hoping that's what that means. Come on, man. What we doing here? I'm hoping.
Oh man, yeah. So
Stefon Diggs just had Cardi B. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
I know he ain't going on both. I don't know, man. These, like I said, these athletes are weird nowadays, man.
Yeah, Christopher also came out. He's not quiet. He's been doing a lot of interviews. He was saying things like Stefon would go on shopping sprees, and he's alleging that Stefon would buy him things, and nobody else was shopping. Nobody else was able to get things, but he was. And some people say he was Stefon's stylist. So, that's why he was buying things that could be considered for you too or something, but he was just purchasing because he's supposed to be his alleged stylist. Some people say he his trainer. The courts have asked Stefon to detail his relationship with Christopher Griffith as well, and he maintains like they had they were just friends. Stefon's camp also released videos showing that where they were confronting Christopher about stealing from him. So yeah, that's what they're going back and forth. Cardi B got involved, and then yeah, Christopher is also saying that Stefon sent people to beat him up because they were trying to like get him, or I guess trying to deter him from coming out with these stories and allegations. So he's alleging that he got his ass whooped too.
I see why Cardi was like, enough is enough. Like, you got a lot of stuff going on with you, brother. You got a lot of baggages, man. Like,
yeah.
Now is what was the cook?
The cook, yep.
Cook,
the chef.
Now the chef. Now is the trainer. Like, who's coming out next? Like, it's just like, come on, and that's why it's hard for him to get on the team right now because it's all the situations. If it's not, if it ain't so, it's something else. So
yeah,
like, damn.
And Christopher also had a lawsuit against Stefon Diggs' brother.
Trayvon?
No, not Trayvon, his other brother.
Okay.
He was suing him too, but they settled and he got money from that. He settled that case. So yeah, this is still ongoing. Yikes. So that's what I know. The chef thing was kind of thrown out and he was vindicated in that. But this case, I'm not sure if it's going to hinder him from getting on a team until it's resolved. I don't think people want to touch it. I know I see him in the gym. I see him practicing hard. I just don't know if what's going to happen.
Right.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see. All right, we got a few more stories left. Because speaking of Cardi B, um, Cardi B had been seen during like the FIFA World Cup with I believe is he an yes, Nigerian soccer star by the name of Maduka Okoye. Is that how you say his last name?
Okoye.
Okoye. Yeah,
Okoye.
she was just seen out smiling, having conversation with him. They were in Paris at a fashion show. They sat next to each other. Everybody was saying, "Oh, Cardi got her some new fine shit," and they was excited. And immediately afterwards, like most of the time when these relationships go public, Maduka's baby mama came out. And what did she say? She accused him of being an absent father and publicly made allegations involving abuse, infidelity, and neglect. She said that the infidelity involved men and women. So she's accusing him of messing with men and women too. Um, yeah. And now in this latest development, recently, after she said all of those things, there were some screenshots that were circulating online that appeared to show that she was backing out of the allegations. Now she's seeking she's trying to sue and she's seeking money because she's saying that those screenshots were fake, that she's not backing down from the allegations. So, according to her, while she did briefly communicate with someone online, the messages now circulating across social media were fabricated. So she says. She
Right?
said
She had like a back and forth too with like Cardi, like
not with Cardi directly. She's saying that her beef isn't with Cardi, but
okay.
she did not bring any of this to light until he was seen out with her. So that's what's annoying to me is like, and it's not like him and Cardi's in a relationship. They literally was just seen sitting next to each other and seen out talking on a balcony or something like at a dinner. And here we are. Now everybody's got a story. Everybody's looking for their 15 minutes of fame. I don't know if this stuff is true. I don't want to discount her stories of her allegations of abuse and all of that. But if that was happening, why now? Why choose now to come out with it?
Probably for friends and family seeing this, and I'm like, damn, like he out here living his best life, like, so they probably in her head, like, I like let this all out, you look like he out here embarrassing you in front of your friends and family, so it's just like, I guess she said that this is the right time to let expose him.
Yeah.
To the people that don't know him.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it just be given, let me get up here and get my 15 minutes of fame and be a hating asshole. That's how I look at it. But we'll see. I don't think, I mean, she's not going to be able to sue Cardi or even him. She might try to tear his career apart, but she's trying to sue whoever she was talking to in those messages that she says now are fabricated. So we'll keep you posted on this story. So before we get to our positive news, before we end, just want to talk to you. I know you talked about this last week on Off the Top. ESPN undergoing another major round of layoffs. And this time, some very recognizable names are leaving the network, like Ryan Clark, Cam Newton, Carl, Tom, Charles Davis, Stephanie Bell, Bart Scott, David Lloyd, Andreas Hell, and Dan. One of the most talked about departures has definitely been Ryan Clark. I saw him do an interview where he broke down and cried. What are your thoughts on this?
So it's crazy, right? When they reported it last week, they said they did a major layoff at ESPN. And when I because I always send my pictures in on Tuesday, early Tuesday morning, to Zay, and Zay was like, yo, he was laid off. He was not fired. And I'm like, I'm hearing two stories. It's laid off or fired, So now going back to what you say, he had his interview because he do have his own platform called the Pivot,
Mhm.
and you knew we was gonna hear what happened on the Pivot, and he came out and told the truth. They wanted to label it as layoff, but no, he was fired.
Yeah.
He was fired. The layoff make it look good for them, ESPN, but he was fired. Maybe them other guys was probably got laid off, but he said he was actually fired, and they wanted him to be somebody that he didn't want to be, But at the same time, for him to keep his job, he found himself had to change his ways, change certain things that what he was used to doing, just to keep his job. So it was just like that. When I saw the interview, and I believe it was Friday night,
Mhm.
I saw the interview. I got teary eyed a little bit.
Me
I
too.
keep it real with you, because Ryan Clark, like a lot of people, you probably seeing on these social media, is one of the best analysts, on that TV station, ESPN. So for them to make this move, especially when football is about to start, when football is about to start, and the Super Bowl is on ESPN this year for the
Mm.
first time in history, is on ESPN. And for them to make a move like this, it was just like kind of shocking and stuff like that. But like I said, man, I salute Ryan Clark, man. Like I said, he was one of the best ones to do it for sure. So like he's one of the ones, like Shannon. We seen Shannon Sharp went through this a couple of
Yeah.
years ago. When he left Fox, and it been up for him ever since. With like I said, Uncle Shay Shay podcast is going up week by week and all that stuff. I think the same thing is gonna happen to Ryan Clark. Look, he got the Pivot already. Uh, might be another TV network might pick him up, So you never know. I see it's gonna go up for Ryan Clark too. So
I agree. And to be honest, I've paid more attention to his social media after this happened and watching his workouts. Yo, his workouts are insane. I think he could make a killing just off of his like in the influencer lane, off of his workouts. This man works out crazy. His workouts are crazy. So it's a lesson. I hate to see him cry and them to see him cry. I think that his future is going to continue to be bright, like you said. And for a lot of them that was laid off, Cam Newton as well.
yeah.
It was a lesson for all of us to have more than one stream of
Yeah.
income. Don't
Yeah.
put your eggs all in one basket and be prepared because you never know. It can happen to any of us at any time. So
And
good luck to them all.
another thing too, when ESPN start making these layoffs like that, they looking to give. I This is just like rumors I hear.
Yeah.
Like looking to give somebody a big contract. Last time they had layoffs like that, I believe Stephen A. Smith got a big contract. Now I hear it's rumors that what's the
Pat
guy name?
McAfee
Pat McAfee is the
and
one
Tim
next in line,
Tebow.
or the next in line to get big contracts. So
Mhm.
we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, they ain't gonna never tell the truth if it was really for that or not, but the writing's on the wall for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But good luck to everybody. But that definitely was a lesson learned. Can't never be too comfortable. You gotta keep growing, keep elevating, and keeping multiple streams of income. So, but yeah, I said
Mm-hmm.
I thought I was doing something with my little workouts till I saw
Mm-hmm.
Ryan's workout.
Yeah, I see.
Now, before we get into our good news segment, just giving some positive news, I just want to ask you: did you see the Tom Brady and Logan Paul smack during the Fanatics? Is that real? I said, let me ask because you into wrestling. I hear
Yeah.
that Tom Brady is getting into some negotiations with WWE somehow, allegedly. But what was your thoughts on that? Is it real?
So I didn't. For me, I think that was all a whole stunt thing. It was not. I looked like it wasn't real to me because he had a chance to get Tom Brady when Tom Brady smacked him.
Mhm.
Carl Anthony Towns ain't get in between them to like whoa, like you could have got Tom Brady, but like I said, I mentioned this a couple of weeks ago. It's them two been going at it since last year with the flag football, because
Yeah.
Paul got his own team. He's the captain of his team, and Tom Brady is the captain of the other team. So they've been going back and forth about it. So like I said, I think it's a whole stuff PR move. We might see Tom Brady come some because SummerSlam is coming up in a couple of weeks. We might see Tom Brady make an
SummerSlam is
appearance.
like this Sunday coming, ain't it? It's like SummerSlam
Not
weekend
this
is this.
Sunday. Is next. I think the following Sunday.
Okay.
It's the following Sunday. So, yeah.
I
So we
don't
might
know.
see Tom Brady make an appearance on SummerSlam. Because Logan Paul is definitely he's out with an injury right now to his, I believe, his thumb or one of his fingers. I know it's something with his right arm. So, but he might make an appearance on SummerSlam because then Logan Paul is part of the division. So, and I know they're in the tag team match coming up on SummerSlam. So, it should be an interesting one. So we'll see. But it was a whole PR stunt, though.
All right. I just had to ask you before we get
Yeah.
into what we call here the final whistle, because we cover a lot of legal and crazy allegations and things. So I try to end on a positive note. So I
Uh-huh.
wanted to end with a huge congratulations to WNBA All-Star Angel Reese. Angel has officially joined a very exclusive group of athletes by receiving her very own signature Barbie doll. The collectible doll was unveiled during WNBA All-Star Weekend, which I haven't heard too many people talking about All-Star Weekend for WNBA, and it looked lit. I was
It's
like,
lit.
I need to
Yeah.
go because it looked like
You,
they had a time. They was
you
swag.
gotta you gotta follow the Stud Buds. The
Okay.
Stud Buds on Twitter, on Twitch. I think they be on Twitch. Yo, they show you the whole behind the scenes of All
Yeah.
Star Weekend, and it look like they be having a ball,
For
yo.
real, they was out there swag
Yeah, man.
surfing and
Yo,
everything.
yeah.
It looked like a time was had. I was like, I
Mhm.
wanna go to that.
And it was the WNBA. Shout out to WNBA. They just celebrated 30 years of existence of the league. So they just shouted out all the at halftime. You know, gave props to all the ladies that helped started the league: Lisa Leslie, Shara Swoops, and Rebecca Lobo, to name a few.
Wow.
I was acknowledged at halftime in the WNBA All Star game. But yeah, Angel Reese, she know how to get to the bag, yo.
Manifesting. She always say that. She be putting
She
it
know how
out
to get
there
to the
and she
bag.
get it back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's had an amazing year and continued success with her podcast. She was a Victoria's Secret fashion show model. Now she got her own signature Barbie doll. She doing her thing. She's bringing in the bag for sure. So
All right.
congratulations to Angel Reese.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we also had a ton of, I guess I said this must be the season. I guess it's summertime. People are off season. So the weddings and engagement roundup.
A lot of weddings.
Yeah,
Mhm.
actress Paige Hurd and Phoenix Suns forward Royce O'Neal officially tied the knot over the weekend, celebrating with family and friends at a beautiful ceremony in New York.
Yeah.
Congratulations also in order to Indiana Pacers star Tyrese Halliburton and his longtime love Jay Jones, who recently had a private courthouse wedding ahead of their larger celebration. And this one you might be interested in. Former New York Giants quarterback Tommy DeVito is officially engaged after proposing to his longtime girlfriend. So congratulations to the
Jersey.
happy
You know, I got to
couple.
shout out Jersey. He's from Jersey, even though he's not with the Giants. He's still from Jersey. Tommy.
Yeah. And finally, congratulations to New York Jets linebacker Jermaine Johnson and Hannah Brooke, who also recently celebrated their wedding surrounded by family and friends. So, yeah, this must be the season. I said, damn,
You know, these
everybody.
guys be on off. You know, during the off season and during the season, you can't really do anything. So
Mhm.
summertime, you know, spring too. You know, this during the spring for some of the NFL players, you see a lot of weddings. So yeah, congratulations to all them guys, man.
Yeah. Now, all of them going to be pregnant during the season.
Pregnant. Gotta deal with all that, man. While the season going on, gotta deal with the lady at home. So now they're gonna be stressing, gonna play into their game.
Yep.
Crazy work, yo.
I'm telling you, we'll see
Yeah.
how it goes. But I
Uh,
love ending the show on a positive note. There's so much negativity in the news every week that I try to celebrate the people accomplishing great things and beginning new chapters in our lives. But June, that's our episode of Off the Field. I appreciate you coming through.
Look, man, I appreciate you for having me here. Look, if you need me again, I'll definitely pull up. The topics, man, you had a lot of topics. I'm like, yo, and you kept it under almost an hour. So it's just, yeah, it's definitely my pleasure to join you off the field for sure.
Well, tell the people where they can follow you, how they follow Off the Top Sports. Tell them everything.
Look, you can follow me at on my personal page at Biggest Boss, like she just mentioned at the beginning of the show, Biggest Boss June on Instagram. But you can always find me on Off the Top Sports radio every Tuesday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on H Squad Radio. Giving out that best sports show on internet radio today. So definitely tune in tomorrow, every Tuesday, tomorrow from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And you can follow our page too at Off the Top Sports Radio. I know it's a lot of words, but all lowercase, Off the Top Sports Radio. And to find out when we go live, what we doing. We also post content on there, so definitely follow us on Off the Top Sports Radio on IG.
Yeah, you got some chat and choose coming up too.
Yeah, yes. I got to get all these. The weekends has been crazy for me, but we definitely gonna have a few coming up. I know Soko should be coming up real soon.
Okay.
Hookah and Chill, definitely. Those are the two that's next. We gotta hit up for. So, not this weekend, but following August 7th for sure. August 8th.
Okay.
August 8th.
All
For sure.
right. I will look out for
We
that.
outside. We outside.
Yeah, I'm gonna look out for that because I ain't been to Soko in a minute. I can't wait for
Right.
football season, and I'm coming down for sports versus relationships tomorrow, so we can
Tomorrow.
talk
Yep.
some more
Yep.
shit.
Yep.
So,
Yep. Yep.
all right, everyone. June, thank you again for joining me. And thank you,
Mhm.
everyone who tuned in for another episode of Off the Field. If you enjoyed today's discussion, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. And follow me if you're into reality TV. I got you covered, what you see here on the bottom of the screen, REALITEA. That's reality_recap. Now, as I always say, athletes are humans too. Let's not forget that. And this has been another episode of Off the Field. Catch you guys in 2 weeks. Peace.